business and mindset orientation. And what the objective of the class is to help the participants to understand what it takes to establish and grow a business enterprise. There are so many people who are in business, they just dabble into business without having the knowledge, without doing the right thing. So the essence of this session is to help to prepare you so that you can understand the future challenges, you can understand the right thing that you're supposed to do. So that once you get this fund, you can use it effectively on your business. And a business enterprise is a corporate entity with the goal of meeting needs and thereby making profit. A lot of people do business because of profit. But if you take a look at this definition, number one goal of a business enterprise is meeting needs. So before you embark into any business, you must ask yourself, what are the identified needs in that industry? What are the current problems in that industry? What are the current challenges in the industry? What are the identified needs in the industry? What are the problems? For example, somebody who is into, who intends to go into fishery. You are not going into catfish farming because you want to rear catfish and sell. No, you are going into catfish farming to solve problems in that industry, to solve the identified needs in that industry. And what are the identified needs? Number one of the identified needs in that industry is that there's the gap, there's a huge gap between the demand and supply for locally produced fish. Most of the fish you buy, most of the frozen food fish you buy, most of them are imported. And the worst part of it is that some of them are preserved with chemicals that are not even healthy for human consumption. And it affects health of the consumers in the long run. You go to the market, you see market women selling point and kill fish in bath. Some of them, they will use dirty sack to cover it. That is a problem in the industry. So it is for you to decide to solve the identified problems. So you are going into this business, number one, to contribute to the food basket in Nigeria by helping to close the gap between demand and supply for locally produced fish by producing enough quantity. Then also, you are going to package your catfish, because your catfish, there are a lot of customers. There are a lot of customers who are focused on quality. They are ready to pay any price for quality. So you should focus on hygiene. You don't need to package your fish the way others are packaging it. You can even process, add value. So always ask yourself, what are the problems in these industries that I want to position myself to solve? Then let's look at the basic requirements for starting and growing a successful business, especially in Nigeria. Basic requirements for starting and growing a successful business. Number one is idea. You need a business idea. Then vision. Then you need a team. Capital. You need capital. Then you need business model. Then business plan. So I will talk about business model today. My next session with you, I'm going to be taking your business plan. Now, let's start with business idea. Let's start with business idea. I'm going to call on Adegbite. Are you there? Adegbite? So I want you to tell me how you arrived at your business idea. What prompts you to embark on this business idea? You said you're into plantain processing, or you want to go into plantain processing. So what prompts you to go into that business?
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, sir. What prompted me into having such business idea is about my health.
Okay.
I had a health challenge, and I was placed on a particular type of food and all. So from there, with my background as a food technologist, so I keyed into the idea, and I tried to make some research and look at how I can start the production of such food, even on a small scale, before venturing into a bigger scale production.
Okay.
Yes.
So yours was a personal experience, health challenge. Okay. So you're going into plantain flour. What problem is it solving?
Plantain flour. After I started taking it, I googled about it and make more research. So I discovered that it helps with cardiovascular diseases, preventing people from having cardiovascular diseases, then from having diabetes.
Wow.
And it's good. It prevents colon cancer and some other health benefits.
Wow, good. So now, are you advising us to eat more of plantain flour compared to eba and fufu?
Yes, because of the fiber content, and it's rich in iron too.
Wow, interesting. Thank you so much for that. Please, let's give her a thumbs up. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Wow, very explanatory in it. Okay. I have also seen people who embark into business idea because they see that people are making money. You know, in this part of the world, when you see somebody set up a shop selling food stuff and is making daily good sales, volume of sales, all of a sudden somebody else will rent the shop beside that person and sell the same thing. It's a wrong mentality. So, in generating a business idea, you must, number one, don't ever go into any business because others are doing it and making money. Because when money stops flowing, the business will die a natural death. Money should never be your number one motivation of going to business. Like Adegbite has a very good reason why going to this business, which is what? To solve health problem, to contribute to boosting customers' health in our industry. Like the guy behind Zoom, he was having challenge of distance between him and his girlfriend, and that was how the idea of Zoom was generated. Now, let me take you through the process of generating a business idea. If you have a business idea that flashed through your mind, or someone introduced it to you, first of all, ask number one, what are the identified needs that you want to solve in that industry? If you can't answer this question, then I will advise you don't embark into that business until you get that question answered. Your business operation that you are currently running, what are the current needs in that industry? The next is, are you passionate about this business? Do you have passion for this business? Even though money is not coming in, can you continue with this business? Because when money stops flowing, passion keeps you going. So a business enterprise that is run with somebody who doesn't have a passion, that business cannot live in perpetual succession. And one thing with money in business, it's like a cycle. Cash flow is like a cycle. They all call cash flow cycle. There are times that you have cash flow challenge, liquidity challenge. A lot of businesses fold up because of that, because they were their mindset was money, their mindset was profit, their mindset was cash. But if you have passion for the business, you understand that it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of sacrifice to grow a business that will become sustainable. Okay, so to grow a business that will be sustainable, it requires a lot of patience, it requires a lot of sacrifice. Okay, so it's key that you pay careful attention to whether how passionate are you with the business. How passionate are you about the business idea? Then the next you should ask is that, what are the current trends in the industry? What are the current trends in the industry? For example, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought about disruption in activities in different industries. If somebody wants to come to me and for advisory session in terms of establishment of school, it's not the way I used to handle the advisory. It's not the kind of information I used to give before pre-COVID-19 that I will give now. Because for a school to be sustainable, you need IT department now. ICT department is key. So you have to incorporate it into the business plan. So you must understand the trend in the industry. Is it a growing industry? Is it an emerging industry? Is it a saturated market? What are the demand? What's the market size? Is there demand for this product? What are government policies and regulation in that industry? It's always key for you to get it right. And in getting it right, you must comply. You must regularize your business, then you must pay attention to compliance. So it's always good for us to understand that every successful business today was once an idea in somebody's mind. According to Pastor Samadeyem, he said idea rules the world. And a lot of potential wonderful business ideas have been killed, have not been brought to reality. Why? Because a lot of people do not understand the process of developing a business idea. So after you have developed a business idea, the next is for you to develop a vision for the business. The question is, where are you heading to? Where are you heading to? Where do you see the company in the nearest future? What do you want to achieve with the business enterprise that you're about to embark into or that you're going to run in? So vision answer where is direction, or what do you want to achieve? So in developing a vision for your organization, you must ensure that you answer these questions. Where do you see your company in the nearest future? What do you want to achieve with this business in the nearest future? Keep asking yourself. And in framing your organizational vision, you have to always start with two. Vision statement. If your vision statement is market leadership, so an example can be to be one of the market leaders in the food processing industry in Nigeria. You can add a date to it, okay? And also, it's also vital for you to know that vision has to be flexible. can always review it from time to time. Then you can also say to be one of the leading brands in the fashion industry, or to be one of the leading fashion labels in Nigeria, in Africa, depending on the size of your vision. But please, when you're having a vision, develop a clear-cut vision. Don't have an ambiguous or a blur vision. Once I see your organizational vision, I should know that yes, we have a direction. Vision explains direction. And every member of your team should understand your vision, the vision that you have for your business organization. Okay, so I'm going to move to the next. The next is capital. The next that you need in starting a business in Nigeria is capital. Let me call on, I'm going to call on Dipo. Dipo, are you there? Dipo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm going to ask you, if your business is already in existence, how did you raise the capital for your business? Or if your business is a new business, how do you intend to raise the capital? What are the sources of the capital that you're looking out for?
Okay. As for me, because my business is a new one, I just have an idea and I put up develop business plans and all that. Okay. So the way where I'm going to develop, get funds to hit, one, I will showcase my business plan to investors, people that know that they can invest in the idea. Okay. That is one. Then the second one is I can do more of like a crowdfunding, like a gather, like a sell, what do we call it, rights, like a partnership rights with co-founders, people that want to invest in it. Okay. Or sort from a family and friends. Okay. And the other one is to get a loan.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's why you are in this training for the AGSMEIS. Okay, yeah. Fantastic. So you're currently developing your business plan, and please you can note. Okay, thank you so much for that response. Please, let's give example of this. So Dipo is currently developing his business plan, and he intends to use crowdfunding, family and friends. He's also trying to bring in partners, and he's also exploring loan option. Fantastic. Okay, then it is vital for us to have at the back of our mind that capital goes beyond money. Okay, capital goes beyond money. A lot of businesses are unable to there's fantastic business ideas that are not coming to life. Why? Because the vision bearer, they are saying that because they don't have money, they can't start the business. Money should not be the first thing when you talking about capital. What you need first is to build trust. Build trust. Trust is key. Like what he is doing now, okay, crowdfunding and so forth. It will take those that trust. And when I mean trust, I don't mean that people trusting you whether you will spend the money or not. Okay, so that's not what I mean. What I mean here is that people trust your ability to utilize the money effectively in the business to yield value. The next is for you to build a team. For you to build a team, it's key that in team building, you have to take time out to get people that can complement your weaknesses. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? If you have a strength in production or you have a technical skill and you have weaknesses in marketing, get somebody who will handle your marketing. Get a team that will handle compliance and regularization. Get somebody that will handle documentation. What are the possible departments in your organizations? Okay, then bring the right people in. I always say something that I believe in this idea that I would rather have 1% share in a business that will grow and become a global business than to have a 100% share of a business that will never grow. That mentality of put everything to yourself is not a good mentality for an entrepreneur that will build a global business. Let go of some things. Because by the time you bring people in, by the time you let go, you need to bring in people that have different ideas. By the time you bring in the ideas together, the business grows. And also ensure that you communicate your organizational vision to your team members and everybody understands it. Anybody that does not have value to offer should not be a member of your team. Please, that is key. Then, anybody that is sharing the same strength, the same weakness with you, please pay careful attention to that. I have broken out of some partnerships because I discovered that the partner, we share the same strength, we share the same weaknesses. So the gap was still there. But in team building, it's all about gap filling, blocking the loopholes. So please pay careful attention to that. Get people that have something to offer in your team. And everybody must raise the game to ensure that you achieve the corporate objective in the organization. So having done that, then the next is going to be business model. But before then, I would like to quickly get your feedback before I quickly share the slide on business model. Thank you.
To the business idea, the business vision, I think they are all very, very good. The contribution I would also like to put connecting the two sections now is that where our strength is. Okay. Identifying strengths and identifying weakness is a very, very important part, which will now bring me to also mention delegation as part of the function of when you talk about delegation, people might be thinking it's about staff. We should not just get staff, but you get staff that complement our weaknesses, and that's exactly what you're talking about here now. And that's to actualize our business idea. Yeah. So I think that will boil down well to it's connecting. The whole lecture is just in process and it's connected. So I'm enjoying you, sir. I think this is a wonderful lecture.
Okay. I'm glad to know that you are on the same page. Thanks for that wonderful response. Okay, then Oshe Sonya Oladamilola says that a team comprises of how many people? It depends on you. Like recently, I was invited by a team who is trying to set up a disruptive solution in the mobile money industry for me to join their team. And I got there, they are just 3, and I'm the 4th person. So, and the team, this team, the four of us comprises of a digital marketer, a IT guy, then a business development service provider, and a guy who is into finance and cryptocurrency trading. So those are the 4. So I also advise them to bring in a legal practitioner to join the team, so that legal practitioner can help to handle anything compliance, regularization, litigations, and so forth. So it depends on you. It depends on what you want to achieve. Okay. Then Adeshola Samuel said, being in only people who can complement your, yes, bring in only people that can complement your weaknesses. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Oshisanya. Then Sikuru Abiodun says, I learned that to establish a last business, financial capital is not the first thing in order of priorities. Fantastic. Building trust, getting it right is key before we talk of finance. That finance will come if you get it right, if you build trust, because it will raise the value of the team, it will raise the value of the company. Okay. Then Deepo again said that, okay, Deepo is saying he's looking for a digital marketing expert. Okay, I might have to a table to talk with the team. Okay, that's good. People, you also need to chat me up after the class so that I can also link you up with some clients who need digital marketing. Okay. That's, as I said earlier, the class is also about collaboration, not just about knowledge impartation. All right, thank you for the wonderful responses. Okay, now, the next that you need after capital, I've told you, you need a business idea, then you also need to have a vision, a clear-cut vision. You need to build quality and dedicated team. Then you need capital. Then you need a business model. You need a business model. So, and this business model to some people sound very, very, very complicated. You know, a business model, according to Investopedia, that is a company's plan for making profit. Okay. Now, if you are meeting a prospective investor for the first time and he's asking you, what are you into? How do you operate in your organization? You know, it will take time for you to explain, like Adepite said that she's into plantain processing. You know, the process from customer acquisition to products to demand to raw material purchase to processing to packaging to marketing to delivery and to consumption and the effect, the outcome of the consuming the product on the customer. Okay, it will take time for us to explain all the processes involved. And business model has to do with how you will deliver your value to your customers. So business model sound complicating. It's difficult for an organization to understand their business model. So in order for you to conveniently explain or develop a business model, you need what we call business model canvas. You need a business model canvas. You need a business model canvas. You need this business model canvas is key. Is key because it helps you to explain your business model in a single page. The business model canvas helps you to explain your business model in a single sheet of paper. So, and it's like breaking down all the departments and functionality of your business organization into 9 building blocks. So, your business model canvas, if you have a business model canvas, it will make it easier for you to present a bankable business plan. So I always advise that you prepare a business model canvas first before you develop a business plan. Because a business model canvas will give you a comprehensive understanding of what your business entails and all the functionalities and activities in your business enterprise. So, and it's like grouping all the activities, as I said earlier, in 9 building blocks. So it helps you to simplify the process of building your business model or explaining your business model. Now, let's take a look at all the aspects of the business model canvas. The business model canvas comprises customer segment, value proposition, the channels, customer relationship, revenue stream, key resources, key activities, key partners, key structure. Every business enterprise, these are the key domains. These are the key domains in every business enterprise. Both a group, both a bigger, a big business and small micro business. Okay, so it always starts with the customer. it always starts with the customer. And you can't understand your customer segment without understanding their problems. And if you can answer some of the questions I'm going to be asking, just further those questions, go and think through it and answer them. It will help you to develop your business model canvas. The question is, who are your customers? Who are your customers? Where are they located? What are their problems? What are their current pain in the industry? What are they looking for? What solution are they looking for? Where are they located? So in segmentizing your customers, you have to classify your customers according to class, according to, you group them according to gender, according to age, according to income level. You know, it depends on how you want to classify them, either or corporate or private individual. Now, let me give you some live examples. Customer segment. Okay, let's start with Adekbite, since you may also understand that you're into cassava flour. Adekbite is into cassava flour. Okay, now I will ask her some questions now, but I want to please save some time. I will leave that to the end. Now, customer segment for plantain flour are what? Are the healthy conscious Nigerians, maybe from the age of 35 upwards, or maybe 40 upwards, depending on who you are targeting. Okay, they are male or female, male and female, healthy conscious Nigerian, then who are either upper class or middle class or lower class. If you are upper class, that means that you are targeting upper class healthy conscious Nigerians. That means that you are a premium brand. That means your packaging must be of high quality. That means that your human resources must be of high quality. Customers at that level are ready to pay any price for quality. So it depends on who you are targeting. So you have to classify your customers according to segment. I've classified this one now that in plantain flour, she could be targeting the upper class who are health conscious. Everybody cannot be your customer. People always make that mistake that everybody is their customer. No, everybody cannot be your customer. Okay, because it's not everybody that eats plantain. Okay, and it is not even everybody that eats plantain flour. And it's not even everybody that eats plantain flour that are ready to pay your price. So those that need your product and are willing to pay or to make the buying decision, they are your target customers. Now the next is value proposition. Value proposition. What value are you offering? What value are you offering? Can somebody give me a business idea that we can use for this example? What business idea should we use? Hello, can you hear me? Okay, Oshisoya said fish farm. Okay, fish farming. Okay, now value proposition for a fish farming business. Value proposition for a fish farming business. Now, before I give example of the value proposition, I also want you to pay careful attention to these questions. You have to go and answer them. What value are you offering? What value are you offering to this customer that you have identified? What are the unique value that you are offering? Why will they leave their existing organization that they are patronizing? Why should they patronize you? What are the benefits? What do they stand to benefit from patronizing you? How is your product different from the competition? How is your value different from the competition? What unique value are you introducing to the industry? So somebody who is into fish farming, your value proposition is not just catfish. Okay. Your value proposition can be to produce superior quality and highly nutritious and sand-free and durable table size and processed catfish to customers. Now, take a look at those values. Quality is key. You are known for quality. You are known for durability. You see some smoked or dry catfish. You buy it, within 1 week, maggot will start coming out of it. That means it was not well dried. So durability is key. It's part of the unique value. So then after the value proposition, the next is channels. Channels entails where which channels, it has to do with how you are going to deliver your value to your customers. The question is, how will you deliver your unique value to your customers? How will your unique value get to your customers? How are customers currently getting the value? And how would they love to get this value? You know, the COVID-19 pandemic, as I said earlier, it brought about a major disruption in industry, especially in supply chains. Most customers now, in order to avoid crowded spaces, crowded places, and because of the need for social distances, a lot of customers prefer to order products online, and they prefer product to be delivered to them in their various locations. So, do you need to introduce the delivery channels, a logistic department? Are you going to be delivering products to customers directly? Customers, are they going to be buying from you? Are you going to use social media or in-stores? So how will your value get to your customers? You have to list them out. Then the next is customer relationship. Customer relationship. Customer relationship is key. This is very, very fundamental and key. A lot of organizations, they lack customer retainership culture. A lot of organizations lack customer retainership culture. Why? Because of poor customer relationships. So after you have gotten the customers and offer your unique value by delivering it through the channels, you have to, the question is that, how do you treat your customers? How do you relate with your customers? What are you going to do to retain your customers? How do customers want to be treated? There are some customers that if they step into a bank, a cashier will just stand up from his or her seat and quickly go and attend to that customer, collect the customer's bag, take the customer inside, sit down, process the customer's cash, and give it to to the person. And what does that mean? That means that this customer has huge volume in that bank, and if that customer should close his or her account, then the heads will roll. So their customers want to be treated in different ways. How do they want to be treated? Now, have this at the back of your mind. The ultimate goal in customer relationship is customer loyalty. And customer relationships start with customer service. How is your customer service? You have to start with excellent customer service. If you have an excellent customer service, high-powered customer service, then you attain customer satisfaction. A satisfied customer brings about repeated patronage. A customer that brings repeated patronage becomes a retained customer. And a retained customer refers other customers to your organization. Even with less marketing efforts, referrals keeps coming. And once you get to customer referral stage, then the next is what? Customer loyalty. Because they keep coming repeatedly. A loyal customer can go extra mile for your organization. Like Coca-Cola have high number of loyal customers. Even when competition was stiff then, when we have so many PET bottles that transport out, we have the like of Big Cola, Pepsi who was there, Biggie, and so forth. And they crashed the price to 100 now with bigger bottles. While Coca-Cola was selling that size for 150. You know that there were still loyal customers that were still buying Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola had to introduce the solo bottle and sold at 100 naira just to retain that segment of customers. The fact is that a lot of those customers were retained. They still buy they prefer to buy the solo bottle than to buy the bigger ones, the alternative. So customer relationship is key. Pay careful attention to your customer needs. See things from your customer's perspective. I always tell entrepreneurs, please, don't give customers what you think they need. Give them what they truly need, not what you think they need. Now, the next is revenue streams. Revenue stream, please, as the session is ongoing, jot your question. You can also drop your question in the chat box, okay, and so forth. Okay, revenue stream. Revenue stream has to do with what are the sources of income for your business organization. What are the current sources of income? Then what are the potential sources of income? Okay, so someone should give me an example that we can use for the revenue stream. Okay, the course said that we should use employment agency. Okay, if you are into employment agency, the question is that what are the possible revenue streams in that organization? Number one can be retainership. Retainership means that you strike a retainership relationship with an organization. You recruit for them. Anytime that they need recruitment services, you do it for them. And they pay you quarterly or monthly or annually. But that relationship should be renewed every year. Okay. Then another revenue stream can be one-off. One-off relationship is just same as pay as you go. Any organization that wants recruitment, you charge per number of staff that you're recruiting for them. That's a revenue stream. Another revenue stream can be training. You offer on-the-job training, customer care service training, human resources training, attitude and productivity training, staff retainership training. You know, training can also be a revenue stream. So list all the possible revenue streams in your business organization. You list them out. Then key resources. Key resources. Can somebody give me a business idea that we will use for key resources? For key resources, what business idea should we use for the key resources? Solomon said we should use logistics. Okay, then another person say online school. Okay, the next one we are going to use online school. Let's use logistics for key resources. Now, logistics organization, logistic industry has become, it is now the in thing is one of the hotcake businesses in Nigeria today. Every visionary entrepreneur should key into it. Now, logistics. What are the resources that you need? Number one, you need, now in your key resources has to do with what are the resources that are required for me to offer my unique value to my customers. And that resources should include both human resources, both tangible resources, both intangible resources, both cash, and so forth. So what are the resources? Number one, you need an office, you need a physical space. You need delivery vehicles. You need delivery bikes. You need a marketing team. You just mention all the human resources that you need to run the organization. Then you need capital. Capital is one of the resources. Then you need IT infrastructure. You might even decide to build a mobile app that you will use to track customers' goods in transit or your vehicles. Okay, so those are the resources that you are going to list out under key resources. All the resources that you need to be able to produce your product or render your service to meet customer needs, you need them. Now, key activities. Key activities. Okay, Deepa said we should use online school for key activities. Okay, now for key activities, what are those activities that you have to perform or that you are to engage in order to deliver value to your customers? What are those activities? And these activities, under key activities, they have to do with the activities that are your core competence. You have to list only the activities that are your area of strategic fit, that are your area of strength. So if you're, for example, the online school now, let's say your strength is in facilitation, developing of modules. So activities here now, let's say your strength now, I'm going to use hypothetical strength as the activities here. Okay, module or curriculum development, then facilitation, monitoring and evaluation, then customer acquisition, let's say marketing. You just list only those ones. Okay, we said online school, right? So you only list, when we know that online school, we use an online platform to train, to teach, and so forth. Your strength is only in teaching and developing of curriculum. Maybe you monitor and evaluate. Okay. Then you now move to key partners. For key partners are those partners that you are to outsource the activities that are not within your area of strength to. This is how business works. A business that will grow today, they concentrate on their strength and outsource other activities. That online school now, your key partners should be mobile app developers or website developers. They are the ones that will help you to develop the online learning or training platform. Then another key partners for the online school can be digital marketing organization, like Deepa. Deepa can be your strategic partner. Then HR firm, recruiting firm can be a strategic partner. Then for a poultry or egg depot, okay, Idris was saying we should use poultry or egg production. Then for poultry, a logistic company can be your key partner. I always say over and over again, a private school business does not have business in school bus. It's a major distraction. Outsource it. Outsource it to a logistic firm, or let the PTA handle the school bus. So you concentrate on your strength. So after key partners, next is cost structure. Cost structure. And the cost structure has to do with what are the cost implications. What will it cost us to offer and deliver value to our customers? What will it cost us in time of naira or dollar value? So here you have to list all the cost factor in your organization. For example, for a poultry, you are going to incur cost on rent, you are going to incur cost on farmhouse building, you are going to incur cost on purchase of battery cages, or if you want to use litter system, you're also going to incur cost on your drinkers, you are going to incur cost on your feeders, you are going to incur cost on purchase of, maybe you want to start with day-old chick, or you want to start with point of lay. Okay, then you're also going to incur costs on fees. You're going to incur costs on salary. You're going to incur costs on fueling. You know, just list all the cost domain. This will help us to know where you will spend money on. So this is what a business model canvas looks like. You can see just on one sheet of paper. The right-hand side has to do with activity that will bring income. And the left-hand side has to do with the activity that will spend money on. So what differentiates the two activities is the value proposition. What differentiates the key activities is the value proposition. So I am going to give you an assignment in the group. I'm going to drop a template for business model canvas so that you can develop your business model canvas, and I will guide you so that you can be able to develop a comprehensive business model canvas before we start the business plan class. On this note, I want to say a very big thank you for your kind attention. Thank you, and stay blessed. See you in the next class. So let me get your feedback. Okay, David yesterday said, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you too for your time. Then Deepo said, it's a nice one. Okay, thank you too for your time. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I'm grateful that we are able to bring this session to an end.